In some recent security research, we were looking at some of your typical cameras, right? The types of consumer grade things that, security cameras you buy on Amazon or Best Buy or wherever you buy them. These are just your standard off the shelf security cameras, nothing super premium or exceptional about them. But the point is the types of cameras that most people have in their homes or at their small businesses. And we're really interested in what it would take for someone to take control of this device. So we did what security researchers do. We brought it into a lab. We started playing around with it. And like all hackers do, we started with curiosity. It wasn't some exotic cyber attack that was a zero-day vulnerability had never been discovered before. Instead, we started with the fundamentals and the basics, and we opened it up. We connected to it physically. We started looking at how the system works, how it accesses information, how users are provisioned, how access is controlled. And bit by bit, we poked and we prodded until eventually we were able to actually gain full administrative control of the device. Now, that doesn't just mean viewing the video. When people think of cameras, they often think about, maybe you could see the stream, and that might be bad because you could see, maybe my house or my baby or my, whatever the camera's pointing at. It's not just about the video feed. It's about actually controlling the camera. When you have full administrative control of the camera, which is in technical terms known as root access, when you fully control the camera, not only can you see the feed, but you also have the ability to access other things that this device is connected to. And that's the big takeaway of any research related to internet connected devices, is that these devices, they're like mini computers. And there's a really important pattern that comes out of this, right? Often these devices are cheap, they're fast to market, they're packed with features, and security is often an afterthought. Now, that's not to say that all IoT devices do not have security baked into them. That would be untrue. Many of the companies building connected devices are absolutely prioritizing security and doing a good job with it. But to say that all of them are doing that would definitely not be true. And the problem is that these devices, which are often inexpensive, don't generally have security baked into the design. Once one is compromised, they become entry points into networks and environments. And so the real aha moment here, the takeaway that we should be thinking about when we think about not just cameras, but all IoT devices, is that any device that's connected is a computer, and any computer can be attacked. So that's really how we want to be thinking about connected devices. So, what should you do with this? I would recommend 5 things that leaders might want to think about with stories like this. So number 1, treat every connected device as a potential entry point. So no longer are we talking about just laptops and servers. We're talking about cameras, sensors, IoT devices, literally anything that's connected, we should be thinking about as an entry point for an attacker. Number 2, we want to shift from thinking about, does this work? Like, can it solve my problem? To how could this fail? That's the hacker mindset, right? Assuming that it will be attacked and thinking about what happens if it is compromised. Number 3, we want to really be demanding security visibility from vendors. Now, when I say vendors, I'm talking about the suppliers of these devices. Now, depending on your relationship with those vendors, you might have different levels of control or autonomy over them. If you're a large enterprise buying many of these things, you might have influence. You might be able to see security reports. If you're just an individual consumer buying something from Amazon or Best Buy or something like that, you're going to have to really just rely on their claims. But read those claims. Read what their websites talk about. Read their any security disclosure information that they might have. Step number 4 is you want to segment and contain. Now, this sounds very technical and complicated, but it's actually not. Most routers that you might have in your home environment, in your small office environment, allow you the ability to set up different network segments. And what you can do is you want to set up your internet connected devices in a segment that's separate from devices that have sensitive information, like maybe your laptop where you have your tax information, etc. And then finally, depending on who you are and what your focus is, you want to test your systems. So this is going to be very difficult for the individual consumer, but if you're a business deploying any sort of connected devices, you want to be testing those systems to see what security issues they might entail. Hope that helps. That's how to think about connected devices.